Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pnoid News. Man, listen, I know like we haven't been doing like a lot of regular content here recently. All right. And the reason why we're not is because of the fact that like the cartoon's getting like 400 and 500 views a video. And I'll be honest with you, like that's way more than my regular stuff gets. So, I've been focused more on that. But I saw this and it enraged me. I was so goddamn upset that I was like, man, I need to make a motherfucking video on this because this dude, CoffeeZilla, he's a bad person. All right. He's much worse than the individuals who he's standing here like covering and trying to say that they're bad people. This guy is actually a bad person because he's selling you a bunch of bullshit right now. He is basically infantilizing grown human beings. And I'm going to say it like this. If you buy a car with no warranty from a company that you don't know, okay, you're an idiot if you had the expectation that it was going to be a Honda Accord from 1994, right? Because, like, let's keep this 100% honest here. Every new car that comes out, for at least the first 5 or 6 years, they're basically pieces of dog shit. And when you're investing in these celebrity NFTs and cryptos and whatever nonsense it is, if you're investing in them long term, right, because like you think that you're going to make money, you are a moron. You're an idiot. I'm going to keep this all the way honest with you. All right? You literally are investing money that if you were sitting here and needed that money tomorrow and you knew you couldn't get it back out, right? Like if you're investing money that you can't afford to gamble, because like investing is gambling. It's always been gambling. It's only in the past, I want to say 50 years where, it's always just been up, 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 right? The rest of the time through investments throughout our history has been just things destroyed, things tanking, fires breaking out, drought, fucking, depressions, all this crazy nonsense. You're going to lose your ass sometimes. It's a gamble. Investing is gambling, right? It is what it is. No matter any way you want to shape it, investing is always gambling. Okay, because sometimes fortune isn't going to smile upon whatever you're investing in. All right, and literally, like NFTs and crypto and stuff was super hot for like 10 years. And then it fell to nothing. This is how it was going to work. We told you it was going to work this way. It wasn't a long-term investment, regardless of what Metgar tells you. All right, let's check out this video. We're going to keep rocking.
Actually, like, what has been the most visceral or violent reaction to what you've done and exposed?
I think the biggest story we probably ever broken was either the FTX stuff, but that was already kind of going on. It was probably the Logan Paul story, the Zoo Saga. That was a case where, it's just the classic influencer greed story where this guy launches an NFT project, does millions upon millions of dollars in sales, and delivers nothing. He promises the world a fun blockchain game that earns you money, and he did nothing. And the project was left abandoned, and people were like miserable, complaining. No one says it, but
I'm not aware
they don't have a
of that.
voice.
I'm kind of aware that you covered it, but I don't know the story.
So let me back up then. So
okay.
Logan Paul is popular influencer. You know who he is.
Sure.
So he, along with a lot of influencers, got really interested in like the crypto space. And he had done a coin before that called Dink Doink, which was abandoned shortly after he promoted it. People got invested, goes to zero, right? And he says, well, that's not my project. That was my buddy's project. And then like a month later, he's like, I actually do have a project, excited to announce it. It's called Zoo. It's a fun game. They called it a fun game that earns you money. Basically, the idea is they're going to sell you these two things. Eggs is NFT, and then there's a coin aspect to it called Zoo tokens, okay? So you can buy these zoo tokens to buy the eggs. And the idea is the eggs will then hatch into animals that will earn passive zoo tokens. So you can buy eggs with zoo tokens, and then the eggs will passively earn you zoo tokens. Does that make sense?
No.
All right, look. Shiba has the same thing, right? Because they got like Shiba Bone and Shiba like Web and all this extra nonsense, right? Hey, y'all won't. Listen, when you're investing your money, okay, what you want to invest in is, companies that are trusted, not something you're going to have faith in. There's a big difference between faith and trust. That's why they call it bank of trust. Like, a trust is something that you earn, right? It's something that long term has been shown to, like, you have these results repeatedly. You've done the same thing. That's how you earn trust, right? That's what trust is. Faith is what you have in something that you've never seen. You have no idea whether or not it works. You don't know what it is. That's why they call religion faith. They don't call it trust. All right. Big fucking difference in the end of the day, right? Because it's not reliable. So what you're doing is with these crypto things is you have faith, all right? Because there's no trust that is going to work out. Anything that stands here and tells you, like, you're going to buy eggs that hatch into animals, right, that they don't produce anything. There's no production of value in any of this whatsoever, right? You're not, like, making t-shirts. You're not making, like, actual, like, food, right? Eggs or bread or potatoes, right? You're not standing here producing computers or cell phones. You're not making microchips. You're not standing here creating furniture. I'm looking around my room, fans and heaters and shit, right? You're not making laundry baskets, right? You're not doing any of these things. What you're doing is you're just creating an environment where, as long as more people keep investing, you'll end up having more results. That's a pyramid scheme in the end of the day. And that's half of what the fucking stock market is today, in the end of the day. It's companies that go, listen, we're running a company and this is our base, right? But our company really doesn't make any money, right? What we need is for you to invest in us for the future, to say that you think we're going to make money, right? So that we have more money to be able to expand the business, so that we can keep, losing money in our business, right? So that we'll forever be able to expand. As long as we have more like expansion of our company, we'll keep having our stock price go up. Again, giant Ponzi schemes. All right, this is what this nonsense is. This is literally like what this is. Instead of investing in something that creates a profit, that you're selling a good that you're selling a good that you make more, you sell for more than it cost you to make. Right? You're literally investing in just fairy tale land nonsense. And it's your fault that you lost money. It's not Logan Paul. Because I promise you there are people in the Logan Paul saying, going proud, like, you should start a crypto, da-da-da-da. Like, look at all these guys making all this money. And Logan's standing there going, like, bro, listen, like, is not illegal? And everybody's like, nah, man, like, there's no regulation on this shit. He's like, it's not illegal? Like, I can just, like, fleece these morons who are going to give over money for shit that doesn't exist? And everybody who lost money, you fucking deserve to lose fucking money.
Well, don't worry. You're kind of actually caught up. So these zoo tokens were basically this passive income. You basically invest up front and then you're sort of getting the tokens back out, which you can then sell, I guess. So that was the idea pitched to people, and people immediately buy in. $3 million in NFT sales, tens of millions of dollars in the tokens itself, the zoo tokens. People are so excited about it because it's Logan Paul. And he says this is his project. He's putting his name behind it, his backing behind it, and he's a great marketer. I mean, you got to give the guy credit where credit is due. He's a tremendous marketer. So people get all excited. All of a sudden, the hatch day comes when you're supposed to hatch these eggs, and half the hatching doesn't work.
How does the hatching work? Is it on a computer model?
It was
what is it?
It was on the blockchain. So you could your NFTs would turn into different NFTs. They would transform into the animals. They go from an egg to an animal.
How?
It's just blockchain coding. I mean, it's just.
But how do they? Is it?
You don't know either, right? Legitimately, like, this technology is just beyond most individuals' capability to understand. Like, nobody has any fucking idea how any of this works, Joe. It's all right. You're not a dummy. I'm not a dummy. That dude's not a dummy. It's just, it's all gremlins having sex with goddamn fucking TVs and shit. Who knows? All right, at the end of the day.
Is it predetermined?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
how does your egg become an ostrich?
It's just random. It's like, it's supposed to be randomly generated animals. So you
might get a rhino. You might get a chicken.
Exactly. And then you could like crossbreed your rhino with like a chicken and get like a ricken or something and get even more tokens. But
is this it?
Yeah, there it is. You get like bear shark. So
whale
like
panda.
So people start to like.
Gorilla.
Is this still around?
So they say they're going to go back and fix it now. So Logan, after being not involved for like a year, as soon as my video comes out, he goes, "Damn, what a coincidence! Like I've been working on it. Like I was gonna, make it like launch it." In reality, he hadn't touched it for a very long period of time. But so sorry to back up.
Okay.
The half the eggs don't work, and they're not actually earning anything. The whole time they said they're going to earn you these tokens, right? They're not earning anything. So the promises haven't been fulfilled. There's just sort of all this stuff going on behind the scenes. Logan's quiet. Come to find out, he had hired basically criminals who were selling on the back end, like some of.
All right. Y'all remember he said this, all right, for later on in the video, because I'm be honest with you. The way he uses this, right, legitimately, is fucked up, right? Because he's standing here, he's standing here like trying to go like, oh, well, half of them are criminals. They're criminals, Joe. They're criminals, right? Like as if that's the reason why this isn't working. It's not the fact that like NFTs have like fucking completely collapsed. It's not the fact that, like they're standing here in a space that's basically collapsed, right? Because Bitcoin went from like fucking 65 to like fucking 15. It's not the fact that like, like the Fed has raised interest rates. It's not the fact that the entire goddamn market is collapsed. It's not the fact that we're basically in depression right now. That's not why this isn't working, right? It's the fact that, criminals are running it. That's why. It's the fact that this was never going to work because in an environment where NFTs were hot for a minute and now they're fucking dog shit, you're not going to make any money.
Some of the tokens. And he was sort of like, I don't know what his thing was. I think he realized like, it's not going to be that successful. Let me move on. I think his mentality was, let me just move on. Right. The problem, though, is you have millions of dollars of investment in a thing that you promoted. You told everyone it was going to make them money, and then you never delivered anything. So my story was basically showing the victims of the scheme, and then in response, he's like,
so what? Like real shit. So what? You got taken in by a snake oil. So you're a fucking dummy. Like, I understand that, like, people are desperate. And, like, I get the fact that, like, y'all feel bad for taking advantage of desperate people. Fuck that. Like, dude, legitimately. Like, half of these goddamn people are, oh, man, I'm disabled. I have anxiety. And, like, my mom died. Bro, like, get your fucking life together. Like, for fuck's sake, get a fucking job. Every restaurant in the world is hurting for people. Like, I was talking to Floyd last night, right? And I'm talking to Floyd, and I'm like, bro, listen, all right? Like, if I get to the point where I can no longer drive a truck or I lose my job because I roll with some bad shit happens, like an accident, whatever, right? I'll go back to McDonald's. Like, it ain't hurting me none, man. Listen, if I can go make $18 an hour and pay my bills, I'll go do that. I don't care, right? Like, whatever I got to do to support myself, as long as I'm fucking cool. I'm not too proud to sweep the fucking floors. No one should be. You're not above anybody the fuck else. You're there to, like, work is just, you're just there to do that shit so you can have enough money to pay your bills. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter what you do. That doesn't define you as a human being. And if it does, you're a bag of shit human being. Like, if your work is all that you have going for you, you're a worthless fucking human. Like, real shit, you're a garbage fucking human. There's more to you than your work. Like, real shit. Let's keep going.
Like, well, I'm going to sue you for that.
He said he's going to sue you.
Yeah, he said, I'll see you in court. And then the backlash against him was so severe that he releases a video saying, thank you, CoffeeZilla, for showing the world what happened. And I appreciate it. I responded out of anger, but I'm going to make things right. I'm going to fix the game to what it was supposed to be. And I'm going to pay back $1.7 million. I'm committing $1.7 million to anyone who bought an NFT can get a refund. Now, there's a bit of an issue with that. So that's nice. I actually think it's great that that happened. But there's two issues with it. Number one, which is that the NFTs were only half, a small part of the sale. They actually weren't even half. Because people bought these tokens. So the people who bought tokens get nothing. He's offering, this refund on the NFTs. The other problem is he hasn't refunded the NFTs. I've actually reached out to him twice. It's been like over a month since he's done this. So he said he's going to do it. And then the Discord, he's posting in this little chat room with the investors. After he said he was going to do it, he's posted nothing. There's no way to get a refund right now. So I keep asking him, like, hey, you promised $1.7 million to these investors. They're all waiting. It's been over, I think.
Yo, he promised $1.7 million to gamblers. All right. I'll be honest with you. Okay. Like, you sat down at the poker table, right? And literally, like, it turned cold. And you all got smashed. This happens. Stop gambling with money you can't afford to lose. And I'll be honest with you, like half of these motherfuckers, like if they're still alive, they could afford to lose it. You know what I mean? Like let's keep this 100% honest here. Like it is what it is. Like I don't care. Why should we care? Explain to me why I should care about you taking advantage of these fucking dummies. I believe in you, Logan Paul. I believe in you. Stop believing in fucking people. They're just smart monkeys. And you're going to end up like fucking getting your fucking balls chewed off. Stop it. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I think it's almost been 2 months now and there's nothing. So it's like, he says that he's refunding people, which sounds great for PR. And then it's just like radio silence. So what I'm ultimately looking for is some accountability from these guys. They're happy to make money from the endeavors. They're happy to potentially make millions of dollars from these, different projects they're spinning up. But the second accountability is asked for, you can't reach them.
So is it
Man, listen. All right, let's ask this real quick. All right. So I will bet you at least $50 what this because I'll bet you he lost his fucking dick in crypto. I'll bet you he lost at least how much he's going to pay out in fucking crypto. Minimum. I bet you he took all of that and invested it in more crypto and lost his fucking ass. I'll fucking put any amount of money on it, right? Because here's what happens. When these guys run this shit, right? What ends up happening is they stand there, they take those profits and they reinvest them into other cryptos. And then they get chewed up. Reality, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing collapsed because it was all a giant Ponzi scheme in the end of the day. Like, it's all fucking completely fabricated. There's nothing to it. I talk to guys every day on Discord who come to me and they go like, bruh, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I have fucking, what does this guy say? He has $600,000 in Bitcoin right now. And I'm like, how much did you have 2 years ago? Oh, and he was like, fucking 8 million. And he didn't sell any. He just lost his fucking shirt. He said, well, I bought in at 7,000, so, I'm still up. Might well sell if you're still up. Invest in, a business and bet in yourself. But they don't want to work. He's like, no, man, then I have to work every day, and I don't want to work. This is the problem. All you people want returns without putting fucking work in. Put some fucking work into your bit. Like, yo, the best thing you can do is start a brick and mortar type of thing, right? Where like literally you are making money every day because you're betting on yourself and your skills and your abilities. Like legitimately. That's the best thing you can do. Why is it that I have to stand here and hear about y'all going, man, listen, we wanted free money. We would take our money and then trade it in and then get more money. You basically bet on the underpants gnomes. You're fucking retarded.
Well, I would assume Logan's a very busy guy. And
Sure.
I would assume that he probably didn't come up with this on his own. I would assume that someone probably came to him with this project. This is just total assumption, guesswork, guessing on my part.
So we have text messages from behind the scenes. A lot of people, the people who were responsible for it say Logan kind of spearheaded the idea. And he says he spearheaded the idea.
So it was his idea.
Yeah.
And so he's working with someone, right, that probably assured him that this would work?
Yeah. I mean, he had this team of a few guys who they didn't do much vetting into, and some of them turned out to be criminals, but
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, yo, some of them turned out to be. It has nothing to do with the conversation. It's just literally, right? Joe's poking holes in his shit, right? Where Logan's like, man, listen, bro, look, yo, crypto's hot right now. Right? This is like 2 years ago, right? Shit's hot. It's not fire. He's like, I'm ahead of the game on the NFT thing. Bruh, let's get this done, yo. We can make some fucking bank, right? He's like, yo, shit's heating up, motherfucker. Everybody's making fucking money. Yo, let's get into this game, right? Hires a bunch of guys. He's like, yo, look, you know what I mean? Man, listen, this is what I want to do, right? And they're like, yeah, man, like, yo, we can get this done. Yo, let's get it in, right? And they set the shit up, and then the fucking market collapses. Because all of this, like, all of crypto, all of it is based off of more money fucking coming in than is going out. That's the entire basic premise of fucking cryptocurrency. More money coming in than coming out. That's how crypto grows. Right? And this asshole is standing here going, well, you know, they hired some guys and do much vetting. They turned out to be criminals. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of you fucking suburban white people. I'm so sick of you and your fucking garbage. Jesus fucking tap dancing Christ. Criminals, Joe. They're criminals. Joe, they're criminals, Joe. They're criminals, man. Fuck this guy. Little whiny, yo, literally, this motherfucker is as much of a grifter as anybody else. Because, like, yo, he's holding on to his story. He doesn't want to tell his people, you dummies gambled and you lost. You gambled your money on some shit you didn't understand. I don't understand, and nobody outside of like a few tech nerds gets. And guess what? Other motherfuckers were smart enough to go, man, this shit's gonna collapse, and they peeled. And y'all were left holding the bag. Is what it is. You fucking gambled on a bag. You gambled on the game of hot potato, and literally there was 2 people left, and they were passing around 5 potatoes, and everybody got popped. Is what it is. Sorry for your fucking luck. Stop investing in dumb shit.
You know, my feeling is ultimately, no matter what happens, like when you take people's money, that's what I'm trying to, like, on my show, I'm trying to tell these like influencers, like when you take people's money, it's different. When you tell them you're going to make them money and you get into the financial.
How is it different? How is it any different than 3-card money? How is it different? It's not different. They're not gambling with their lives. It's not like he's saying, hey man, I'm a surgeon. Right? And motherfuckers are coming to him, letting him cut them open with a scalpel. It's not different, son. It's not different, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Investment game, your responsibility is different. You can't just always pass the buck to like, it was like a guy that's not that trustworthy. It's like, all right, that might be.
It's not different, bruh. It's not different. And yes, you can pass the buck. You can go, hey man, listen, market turned. Is what it is. We lost. Basic. It's basic. Market turned. We bet on the fucking market continuing. It didn't continue. We got our asses handed to us. It's that simple, bro. All right? None of this makes any sense anymore. NFTs ain't hot like they were when we started this fucking project.
True, then go fix it. Go hire some more guys that are trustworthy and fix the thing. And I think my experience, because I've talked to Logan, and that's why I know he didn't respond to me, because I texted him. I said, hey, where's this money? He left me on red. But I've talked to him, and when I talk to him, you know, there's just sort of this feeling of, he's like, I just don't want to think about this. Like, I don't want to be, you know, he wants to focus on Prime, which is successful. He doesn't want to be bothered with the victims of the scheme that he ultimately thought of in the first place.
So it's still, is it possible that he's just gathering the money or working out a way to do it legally where it makes sense?
It's very frustrating because, you know, at every turn, it's just sort of like, you know, it is, I want to say it's possible. We just don't know. And it's just sort of like.
No, the problem is like, if he starts paying off investors and all of a sudden all these goddamn crypto people have to start, it sets a precedent, right? Legitimately. Basically, what you're doing is you're paying back gamblers who lost on a fucking bad blackjack hand. Right? Legitimately. You don't pay back gamblers. Okay? You don't. Okay? You don't give gamblers their fucking money back. All right? What you do is you let them learn their lesson about gambling. It's that simple. Like, you learned your lesson about, learn your fucking lessons. Stop gambling on dumb shit. Real shit. Like, yo, if we know, like, yo, we all made a bunch, like, on this channel, we made a bunch of money off of, like, fucking crypto and Doge back, you know what I mean, 2-3 years ago. How did we do this? Because we knew what was happening and what was going to happen, right? It was like, yo, we weren't gambling. It was motherfucking like, yo, and it was gambling, somewhat was, right? Could have turned at any time. But we saw what was going to happen. We're like, yo, look, market's going to collapse. We bet on them all fucking short. Bunch of y'all fucking made a shit ton of money, right? Because I fucking said, hey, look, this is what's going on geopolitically. This is a great time to motherfucking get in and short shit. We got short, made a bunch of money, rode it back up, right? Then crypto got hot. We bet on that shit, made a bunch of money. Crypto got fucking soft. We got the fuck out of it. Literally, I lost $1,000 on Shiba. Is what it is. I lost another 500 on fucking BTX. Again, got my ass handed to me. This shit happens sometimes. It's gambling. It's fucking gambling. I got out in like 2021. Yeah, 2021 I got the fuck out. Like, yo, y'all, like, man, listen, like, stop paying off fucking gamblers. For fuck's sake. This is why he's not, you're not going to get your money back. And stop asking for it. You deserved what you got.
When you promise people refunds, like, the longer you wait, you know the less people are actually going to take that refund. If Walmart says, hey, bring in this skull, I'll give you a refund. And you're like, all right, when can I bring it in? And they don't respond to you for 2 months. They know that you're less likely to actually take the refund. So I don't know if he's doing it because he wants less people to get the refund. He probably is busy, but my thought is a transgression of this magnitude where you're playing with people's money and livelihoods, you cannot take it.
Why is it your livelihood? You're not playing with their life. They're not fucking, like, are you betting your job on this? Like, are you, how are you, or did you bet your car? Did you bet your fucking car? You deserve, again, if a junkie, a gambling degenerate, goes into a pawn shop and pawns his car to go play blackjack, I hope he loses. Like, I hope he loses. Like, real shit. Fuck that guy. The fuck is, I hate liberalism so much. I fucking hate it.
Lightly. And that's one of the things is these influencers got into this crypto space. I don't think they fully appreciated they're now dealing with financial investments. And it's not a joke. It's not like a brand deal.
No, it is a joke. Like, it 100% is a joke, right? You literally you were investing in something called Crypto Zoo, where you were buying animals and turning them into bear sharks. It's 100% a joke. You're a piece of shit. Like, I hope you kids never learn how to read. I'm Tom Pease of Pnoid News. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm about.